Hello, dear engineers. Welcome to another lesson about Drawing Color Studio and automatic drawing coloring. In the previous lesson, we explained in detail how to color a drawing with all the settings and options. Last time we worked by profile. This time I will scan by material, so the program lists every material used in the model. Here you can see concrete, and we also have grout. We have grade S 235, grade S 275, and zero density concrete. These are the materials used in the model. Now, if I hit preview, you will see all the concrete turns red, and the grout is highlighted here. You can also see that within this component, some specific parts are S275, while other sections are S235. This is colored by material. Now, steel can appear in one color while concrete appears in another. I will group concrete, grout, and zero density concrete together, then apply and preview. We have two steel grades and the other materials can stay gray. By class, we can have several classes, and each class can receive its own color. If I choose color by class, class 1 gets one color, class 2 another, and class 3 another, based on the classes already assigned in the model. So we have color by profile and color by class. If you want class 1 and class 2 to have separate colors, you can reuse the same method. This is already available in the model. Very good. Now let us check color by assembly. We can scan and see how many assemblies we have. When I preview the assemblies, each assembly appears separately. Here each one has its own code. These are not different by profile. Each assembly is colored separately. You can see the truss, the columns, and the other assemblies, all shown by assembly. This is very useful for erection drawings. It makes things easier. We can also add a legend here, which I'll explain soon. It lists each color and assembly, like the green one being assembly T4. Next is by phase. If I scan by phase, we currently have only one phase. If the project has several phases, we can test that too. For example, some columns can belong to a different phase. I will add another phase, make it phase 2, modify it, and then save the change. Now I will scan the model again using phase. Here we have two phases. If I color by phase, phase 1 and phase 2 get different colors. This is useful when a project is multi-phase and you want the drawing to separate phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, completed work, and so on. For example, you might call phase 1 complete, phase 2 under construction, and another phase not started yet. Now phase 1 is red and phase 2 is blue. So the application supports many options. It is very comprehensive and general, and you can control the coloring in many ways. Now I return to profile. Whenever you change the filter type from profile to something else, you must scan again so the list updates correctly. Another topic is the legend. If I enable preview, I can also place a color legend on the drawing. According to each color, the legend writes the profile name. If the mode is by profile, it shows profiles. If it is by phase, it shows phases. If it is by material, it shows materials. So the legend follows the selected coloring mode. I can turn the legend on, place it, and show assembly or other information as needed. Here I do not want the legend to be too crowded because we have many profiles. If I preview this, it lists all plates. Under legend type, you have label, which just shows the name, like rod 20 millimeters. With count, the legend also shows how many pieces exist for each item. I can use label plus count, and I can also adjust the text size. You have small, medium, and large text sizes. Test them out to see which best, whether it's an A3, A2, or A4 sheet. Medium is usually great. Here I added a legend, and it shows count and GA information. Let me preview it now. As you can see, the color legend writes the section name and also the number of pieces. The plate sections are all listed. Because plates can make the legend too crowded, there is an option called Skip Legend for plates. It is often not necessary to list every plate in the legend. I will select all of them. This is only for preview. The Skip Legend for Plates option can work automatically, so the program removes all plate items from the legend. With one click, the plates are skipped automatically. If you want, you can still keep certain items in the legend, such as concrete or other parts. So we skip the legend for these parts. When there are many steel plates, the program can automatically skip them. Now I preview again, and the label list becomes cleaner. The size is still medium, and that is okay. Very good. That was how to use the legend. This works with every drawing type and every filter group. Now I will remove the filter again. From the previous legend settings, let us choose by material and scan again. Since we are not using by profile now, the profile items are skipped automatically when I preview and add the legend. Now the legend coloring is by material, and the color legend is also based on material. So if the legend is enabled, it follows whatever coloring mode you choose. I think we have covered the main drawing color options. There are a few more useful settings, especially for assembly drawings. One setting controls whether apply affects all views or only selected views. If the drawing has several views, apply can work on all views by default or only on the selected view. Let us create or select another view to test this. Grid 1, Grid 1. I click the first grid in the entire model view. Here you can see another area, and I will adjust the scale if needed. Now we have two views. If I choose all views, the previous view remains colored by material. Now I will scan again, this time by profile. This view is now colored by profile. The other view did not change because apply was only for the selected view. So selected view affects only the active view. This apply setting can be limited to the 3D view only or to the selected view. It is useful especially in assembly drawings. Let me open an assembly drawing here. Now the scan from option becomes useful. We can scan from the whole model. If I scan from the whole model, it brings all profiles, all phases, and all materials from the entire model, even though I am focused on one assembly. But if I scan from the open drawing, only the items visible in this drawing remain. Concrete and unrelated items disappear from the list. So the list contains only the profiles used in this truss or this selected drawing. That makes choosing colors much easier. If you scan the whole model, too many items appear. If you scan from the open drawing or from the selected drawing, it only brings what exists on that sheet. This limits the profile list to exactly what is on the sheet. Okay, let's color this again. If we look at the 3D only option, if we only want to color the 3D view, choose 3D only. Then you do not need to select a view manually. The tool finds the 3D view itself. This is useful when you want to use face coloring only in the 3D view. Using face colors inside assembly drawings can become complicated and unnecessary for printing, but in the 3D view it can look very clear. The result is usually nicer, so the 3D only option applies those face colors only to the 3D view. Earlier I recommended using black edges when face coloring is enabled. With 3D only, I do not need to select the view. The program finds the 3D view automatically. If a 3D view exists, it finds it. When I preview, you can see only that view is colored. Here, only the 3D view uses face colors. I did not apply the same coloring to all other views. Reset Color can also use all views, 3D only, and the other view options in the same way. Now I can preview it and you can see everything is colored. The same colors used in the hidden line section are reused here by profile. We can also place the profile information in the legend. The same method works for other drawing types, including single part drawings. This setting can be saved as a preset, so next time the by profile colors and options are already available. You will see HEA 100, 160, they have their assigned class colors and the rest are gray. Now I want to apply this coloring to all drawings. When I click apply, it applies to all drawings. Also, if I leave this drawing and use scan from whole model by profile and set drawings to all, here the drawing selection is all. If I change the drawing type here, so all GA drawings, or I can select all assembly drawings. Remember the benefit of 3D only? If I choose all drawings and assembly, the setting I made for 3D only can be applied to all assembly drawings and all views. Now it applies to the assembly drawing. As you can see, everything is colored, both the 3D view and the other views. That is step 1. But suppose I want only the 3D views. I want only the 3D views to be colored by face, so I turn face to on and set all edges to black. The black edge setting goes to line selection, as we explained before, so all faces will be shown with black outlines. The previous colors and views are still there. Those were by line colors. This is together with the previous by profile settings. Automatically, if you choose all drawings, the tool can apply face coloring only to 3D views, while the other views remain controlled by their own options. This option lets you apply one color interface or any setting you choose only to 3D views. I personally like this workflow. Finally, let me return to the 3D settings. I will export another 3D view to the GA drawing by profile. I load the by profile preset, choose GA, and scan all again. I also enable the legend, skip legend for plates, use label only, and keep the text size medium. There are a few saved options here. Now the legend is ready as well. Let's apply this to GA drawing 2000. Oh, sorry, I accidentally left 3D only checked. Let me change that back to selected view and scan the open drawing. Now I apply it to the GA drawing. Here you can see the view is ready and the legend is placed on the drawing. That was an example of the final result after using these options. The last basic option in the program is Export Report. It can generate a report for us. Just like the legend can be by profile, the report can also be based on the legend or selected grouping. Export Report is available in two formats. We can choose where to save it, for example on the desktop, and then save or open the file. Here the report shows the model name, generation time, grouping type, profile section, count, and weight in kilograms. For example, the report lists PL10, PL10 by 200, PL10 by 220, and PL1000 by 100 with their counts and weights in kilograms. For example, one item is around 5.5 tons and the total is nearly 6 tons. Other items are listed the same way. During report export, we can ignore some plates if needed, but because the weight is shown in the report, I included them here. If I export it as PDF, the PDF shows all legend items and their weights. The HTML presentation looks nicer. You can use the HTML output, take screenshots from it, and include it in your own reports. So, dear engineers, we have covered all options, settings, features, and drawing specifications in this tool. Future updates can also be added. We will explain the new additions in a separate video.